Hey folks, this is Shubhro. Today we'll be talking about AI-based changelog generators. So changelogs have been there for a while now, and we are trying to integrate AI into changelogs. Now we've built an architecture here, so we'll talk about the architecture. The things we needed to consider before building this is obviously you can integrate AI into changelogs, but the thing is you need to add manual changes that you can edit later on. So we've come up with this interesting architecture where you have a GitHub release that on release trigger it triggers the main.py, which is your whole code base, and then it actually updates a changelog.json. Now this JSON file is here. What does it do? How does it work? We'll talk about that. Let's get into the specifics of it. So let's talk about the setup. How do you set it up? Now we have a workflow file here. You need to set up this workflow file in your GitHub repository, and you have a backend folder where all of this you need to set it up. And the last but not the least, you have this secrets and variables where you need to set all of this up. And after that we have releases. So what we did is, whenever you try to launch a release from your GitHub repository, it takes in all the commits, the release dates and everything, and it updates your changelog. So I'll go ahead and draft a new release for you. So let's tag something. So 5.4.6, anything like that would work, and we'll do testing new release and publishing that release. So as soon as we publish that release, you can see in the GitHub actions we already have a CI/CD going on. Now this one will install all your dependencies and run the main.py for you. As said, this one will actually generate a structured response from OpenAI. In a while we'll be able to see the structured response, and it will automatically update the front end. Now the catch here is, okay, let's see. Okay, so these are all the release names. So that's how the backend works. It actually fetches the GitHub AI data, the GitHub API. It fetches all the release names, the dates. It will tell you the start date and the end date, and then all the commits that will be fed to an LLM. So right now we have set the GitHub repository and owner to some particular repository. That will be, I think, tensor 0. So we have set it up to that, and now you get a kind of structured response from OpenAI. We are updating changelog.json, and as you can see, changelog.json is right now committed. It's been written down by a GitHub actions bot, and you can see the updated JSON here. We'll go over to Vercel and we'll see how we have implemented this in our front end. So when we go to the front end, that's how it is. This is the front end. We have updated it already. Now what if you want to change something manually, right? So we kept that option for here too. Now suppose I want to remove this line, right? And let's do something like that, and we'll commit the changes, right? And we'll see the Vercel CI/CD coming up, and I'll wait for the details. I'll wait for the build to finish up. Usually it takes some time to update in the front end because of the GitHub CDN. It takes time to update, like 5 minutes or so. Also in our front end where there is caching, due to all these reasons, we might have to wait for a couple of minutes, but that's okay. Yes, so the site is already updated now, and we can see that in the changelog.json, as we have made these changes, we'll go to the front end and you'll see that the same changes have been reflected. So the point is, you can add manual changes, plus you can have an AI that will directly affect your front end. So that's how the whole changelog generator is working. There are some things that we need to discuss about the known limitations. So right now, if you just try to make one more release from here, and if you publish that release, the GitHub Actions will run one more time, and this will lead to the same data being written again and again on the same file. So you need to put down release cautiously. We need to uh, make a feature for detecting duplicate changes and everything, so that you don't affect your front end. And we have discussed about some known limitations and some other things that we need to update on this project. But yeah, as of now, looks good. Let me know what you think of this project, and thank you for watching till the end.